For me, what bothers me is when Draupadi, she was in that situation of this robbing, I think everyone was silent.
Absolutely.
So from a foreigner's perspective, how can I interpret that situation?
I think not just foreigners' perspective, anybody's perspective.
Yeah.
This is true for that, right?
Yeah.
The whole court was silent.
Yeah.
Now that is just not done. That is wrong, right? And that is what later on, when the war is about to happen or when the negotiations are happening, and Dhritarashtra, who's the king, he wants peace. Now he knows his son is not going to listen. So he kept telling the Pandavas, Yudhishthir, that please don't fight, please don't fight. And then he's reminded that, Arey, you are the king, you should have spoken at that time. See, why is nobody else speaking? Because the king, see what happens really is that in that time, when that whole incident of dragging Draupadi, or in fact that whole match is going on, that game of dice is going on, nobody is saying anything because the king is actually enjoying what's going on.
Oh.
Whenever Shakuni throws a die, or when Yudhishthir throws a die, he'll keep asking because he's blind, he can't see, right?
Oh, okay.
So he'll keep asking, oh, who won? Who won? Okay. Even when Draupadi is staked, when Vidur is objecting to it, when Vikarna is objecting to what's going on, the king doesn't say anything. He allows Duryodhana and Karna to insult Vidur. He allows them to insult Vikarna.
Yeah.
And even when Draupadi is staked, he's actually excited. He's like jumping off his chair. Who won? Who won? Right? And because the king is not showing any regret for what's going on, apparently nobody thought it was important to talk.
See.
However, they all perished in the war eventually. All of them.
Exactly.
Who stood there seeing this injustice play out, and they kept quiet. Should they have kept quiet? No, they shouldn't have. But they did. Why did they do? Because all of them thought that the prerogative to stop or not stop was the king's. The king had invited.
Okay.
If he doesn't have a problem, what can we do? Now, they were right in the sense that the king may not have agreed to them. But if they had spoken, it would have created some pressure on the king.
Exactly, yeah.
But clearly nobody spoke. They all stood with injustice, and eventually they all perished.